Hello everybody, welcome again to the 1997 Draft Series, coming to you live from Bristol Motor Speedway. I'm Michael Paz alongside Darien Arnsdorff, bringing you the action from the fastest half mile in the world. We're coming off a great weekend at Texas, where Jeff Burton got his first win of the year. Darien, tell us how it went.
A very long race it was at Texas, one of the longer races of the year at 117 laps, I believe it was. It was a very calm race for the most part until we got to the pit cycle. Dale Earnhardt Jr., who was leading the race, got into the back of the lap car. Sterling Marlin bringing up the caution, which brought a stretch of like three straight cautions in the span of about 10 laps. It got very chaotic there for a moment, but in the end, Jeff Burton was the one who came through and prevailed. On the day that was dominated by Hendrick Motorsports in the first half, but in the end, I think only one of their cars finished in the top 10.
That was last week, now we move on to this week, where we take a look at the point standings coming to this track, and right now Dale Earnhardt leads the points by just a gap of 132 points over Derek Cope. Bobby Hamilton relies in third on points, just 16 back from Cope.
Yeah, Hamilton is very interesting to see third in points. He's only led 6 laps this year. But then again, Dale Jarrett, who has a win this season, has only led 8 laps on the year. So it is just a matter of not just being in the front consistently, it's a matter of just leading laps. Just getting like 1 or 2 laps led, that gets you the 5 bonus points you need. You don't have to be consistently leading. You just need to be consistently top 5 right now. And we definitely see that in like the top 3 in points because Earnhardt, Cope, and Hamilton have not won yet this year. As you can see, the winners on the left side of your screen here.
Yeah, we've had different winners, it seems like, through the entire year. We started off with, of course, Ernie Irvan winning at Daytona. Jeremy Mayfield win next week in a great surprise. Then Terry Labonte comes. Then it's Jeff Gordon. Dale Jarrett won. Now Jeff Burton. And if this trend continues, we could see a lot of winners all scattered throughout the points right now, such as Ernie Irvan, who sits 18th in points right now.
Yeah, I want to mention Jeremy Mayfield because we also see the DNQs coming up on screen now. Mayfield missed this race. He won at Rockingham. He missed it. He's on the 500. He hasn't missed a race since, but he missed this race here today at Bristol. Huge blow to the 2060s. They had great momentum going after Rockingham, but now that momentum has really faded away with the DNQ here at Bristol.
And speaking of those DNQs, let's go through the rest of them. We had Toshio Suzuki, who is kind of just becoming a common occurrence for that team, unfortunately, to not make the race. Alongside him, going home, Todd Bodine, Kyle Petty, Kevin LePage, Chad Little, Jerry Nadeau, Hutch Strickland, Dick Trickle, Jimmy Spencer, Jeff Purvis, Jeff Green, and Donnie Neuenberger. But for the guys who did make the race today, they're going to be facing, like I said before, the fastest half-mile track. 30 degrees of banking, just a few degrees less than what we see at Daytona and Talladega, the biggest tracks on the circuit.
Well, let's take a look at the starting lineup for today's race then. Harry Gant is on the pole, starting next to John Andretti in number 31. Great starting position for John Andretti. He's been strong with momentum a lot this season. A number of drivers starting with momentum. Starting in third, Elliott Sandler starting next to Ricky Rudd in the 4th position. Row 3, we have Jeff Gordon, who won the last race in the old Atlanta Pill Speedway. Again, we'll be going back to Atlanta later this year, but it will be reconfigured. He's starting next to Rookie of the Year contender David Green. Sterling Marlin and Ricky Craven make up the 4th row of the grid. Row number 5 being Butch Gilliland, who nearly won at Richmond before a very unlucky string of cautions came out. He's starting next to 20th in points, Michael Waltrip.
Then in 11th, we're going to have the number 17 of Ward Burton, starting alongside the number 22 of Mark Martin. Behind them, the number 10 Ford, that's Bobby Hamilton, alongside Bobby Labonte. Then further back, it's second in points, Derek Cope, alongside the number 87 of Joe Nemechek, starting 17th. 2 rookies in there, Steve Park in the 25 for Hendrick, and Kevin Harvick for the number 14 DEI Chevy, which is definitely another good run for that rookie. After missing a race, he's definitely looking for some momentum. He got a little bit last week. Let's see how far he can carry it. 19th, number 30, Rusty Wallace, and the number 30 Pontiac. Then in 20th, Morgan Shepherd in the 9 for Robert Yates Racing.
Row number 11, we see the Daytona 500 winner, Ernie Irvan, starting next to 12th in points. Rookie of the Year contender, Dale Earnhardt Jr. He's starting his first season in Cup this year. He's had a decent string of races. He could have won Texas last time out, but that caution he caused really hurt him. We go on to row number 12. Jeff Burton, who won last week's race at Texas, is starting next to Ernie Irvan's teammate, Mike Skinner, in the 11. Row 13, we see Bill Elliott starting next to Ken Schrader. Row 14, we see Ron Hornaday Jr. and Hermie Sadler. Rounding out your top 30, Randy LaJoie of a 29 starts in 29th, and your points leader, Dale Earnhardt Sr., starting back in 30th place. Not a good qualifying session for the points leader.
Practice and qualifying have not been good for Senior here at Bristol, and he's going to have a long way to go. As we look back to 31st, that is the number 2 of Dale Jarrett, and descending is the number 1 of Jack Sprague he's starting 32nd. Jarrett was starting 31st. Johnny Benson Jr. starts 33rd alongside the 38 of Ted Musgrave. The row behind them will be the number 77 of Robbie Gordon and the 95 of Wally Dallenbach. Terry Labonte, one of the race winners this year, all the way back in 37th alongside Lyndon Amick. 39th, Mike Bliss and rookie Matt Kenseth in 40th. Joe Ruttman 41st. Jason Keller 42nd. And Lake Speed rounding out the field in 43rd. And we were talking about, this is a short track. You do not want to start in the back of the pack because not only do you have your own competition to worry about battling to try to get your way through the field, you have to worry about the leaders who are going to be closing in on you very quickly.
Yeah, according to what we expect from practice speeds and qualifying, we are expecting possibly to see lap traffic around 22 laps. Maybe a bit later, anywhere between 20 and 30 laps could be when we see lap traffic. It's very quick that you catch them traffic, especially in a race that is 175 laps. They will have to make at least one pit stop, but that'll probably be closer to the lap 100 mark as we're about to get the command of fire engines. Engines fired, and we are ready. $175 laps here at Bristol.
Can't get much of a pick in, but I would say Jeff Gordon. We'll find out, though, as the green flag is already in the air, and we're underway from Bristol. Lap 1 already complete, and Jeff Gordon is up to second.
Yeah, I didn't have a chance to get a pick in, but I was going to say someone like Bobby Hamilton in the 10 would be someone that I'm really keeping an eye on, considering how he's looking in points. Meanwhile, Gordon's already up to second. Sadler's fallen to fourth after starting in third. Sterling Marlin's in third after a very poor week last time out at Texas. Derek Cope now on the inside of his teammate John Andretti. That, I believe, is for 8th place.
I think
Andretti honestly, I have no idea.
Andretti, I think he just clipped the wall. He's been losing a few spots ever since the start. Still trying to find his footing. Stuck on the outside, not able to get back down on the inside just yet. He might have an opportunity. Here's the 25, almost tries to dive bomb the 99. Got to the inside, and around he goes.
David Green gets past the 31 as well. Now the 7 of Ernie Irvan will do the same.
Quick shout out early on. You said your prediction was the number 10 here. He is up to 7th. Currently trying to chase down the 17.
Yeah, that's Ward Burton in the 17. Haven't really talked a lot about him this year. His teammate Jeremy Mayfield won earlier this year at Rockingham. We haven't seen a lot of the 17. People expected him to be the driver who would get a win for that team if they were to win. But he hasn't really done a lot this season in the 17 car.
Yeah, we'll just have to see. Remember, with it, when you have something like a draft, it will take sometimes a few races for drivers to go and get their footing. I know we're getting 7 races in, but he's still 16th in points. He's not exactly doing terrible, but I think definitely A couple more good results might do him some good.
Yeah, as he gets passed by Bobby Hamilton, up for 6th place. Harry Gant still up front. He's led all 8 laps so far. But Jeff Gordon's keeping him honest. We're about 6 seconds away from lap traffic already. They're about a quarter lap away. And we're on lap number 9 of 175.
Yeah, it's about a 17-second lap around this course. And we have last place, currently 12, Jason Keller. He's about almost 12 seconds behind already.
Whoa, look at Earnhardt.
Oh, Earnhardt is not having a good day at all. He's fallen back to 40th.
That was the reigning champion. Terry Labonte's in 41st, just past Earnhardt for 40th. This is a strange sight.
Fortune right now is not favoring that number 43 car. He's been struggling all week at this track. And he's going to struggle more. Oh boy. Had to check up a lot.
The 43 is now 43rd.
I don't think anybody could have anticipated this.
No, especially at Bristol. Bristol's a track that you would expect Earnhardt to be amazing at. And now, dead last. Qualified 30th. He didn't get anywhere above 20th in practice over the 1 hour session, and now running last. This has just been a horrible week.
Oh, we got a spin right ahead of him. Joe Nemechek.
Oh! Joe Nemechek and the reigning champions, Harry Labonte, have gone around. I would hope, yeah, caution is out. They are racing back to the line. Nemechek is still on the racing surface. There's a battle for second between Gordon and Marlin. Gordon will have it at the line as we have the first caution of the day on lap 15.
This will put the 87 and the 33 a lap down.
What in the world happened there? That was right in front of Earnhardt. I believe we're going to see pit stops here as well. We'll go and double-check pit stops after replay, but what happened here? Oh, Nemechek in the wall. Oh, just got into the 33.
He just got loose off the corner into the wall, and that was that.
Nothing really to say about it. Maybe a split strategy here.
So you see everybody on pit road right now. At least this first group. Gordon off first. So he's already going to jump up a few spots.
Yeah, Gant fell back to third, exiting the pits. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I believe a bit of a split strategy here, as Jeff Burton is now the leader. But he might be coming in this time? I don't know what's happening here. The 33 is slow.
They're pitting.
Now he's going.
Are they pitting off sequence from each other?
Yeah, they are. I don't know why, but they are. Well, it's a lap lead for Jeff Burton, so you know he's not going to complain about it that much.
No, but the complaints will come later, definitely, as the rest of as half the field goes by them. And these guys will be the
I don't really
second half.
know what's going on here. This may just be another part of the pit road issues that we've seen this year. Because we have seen a lot of them here in 1997. Alright, well, caution is out for the 87 of Joe Nemechek and the 33 of Terry Labonte. We'll get everything sorted out. We'll show you the top 10. We'll get us restarted in the Food City 500 when we return.
Welcome back, everybody, to the 1997 Draft Series race at Bristol Motor Speedway, and we've already got a couple lap cars for our leaders to deal with. Jeff Gordon is going to be starting 4th on the outside line here, as we're ready to go back to green already. And we're green once again.
More lap cars filing in as they go back to green.
Gordon stuck on the
and Elliott
outside.
Sadler's got a big run.
Sadler got down to the inside early. He's going to have a big opportunity right now to take the lead. Side by side, but Gordon holds it. Gordon held it.
Not for long. Elliott Sadler past the 6 and into the lead. The 82 for Wood Brothers leads it. And now here comes the 17 of Ward Burton.
Gordon got down to the inside. He's going to be able to hold on to third. But Sadler out ahead with just a few lap cars in sight. And there's Gordon.
That is... Oh my goodness.
He made his name known.
Made his presence felt as he sent it past the 17 and up to second place. Elliott Sadler still the leader.
He's got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lap cars ahead of him before he can get out to that clean air.
I don't know if he'll be getting clean air in this one, I'll be honest with you. That 82. While quick, I don't know if it's quicker than this thing. Here comes Jeff Gordon. Ernie Irvin's up to third now in the 7. Morgan Shepherd up into 5th place.
Remember, he started 20th, so up 15 already. Good job for that number 9 car.
Let's see a battle for the lead here cooking. 0.2 of a second separating the 6 from the 82. Jeff Gordon, who restarted in the lead, going to get to the inside now. Elliott Sadler leading this race. Lap 26 of 175, 150 laps to go.
And remember here,
Ernie
Bristol,
Irvin starting to close in as well.
At Bristol, it's all about the racing lines. Trying to go where your opponent is not, and using those other lap cars who we're going to see frequently, using them to try to block up the guy you're racing against and take the inside lane, or whatever the free lane is.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see any moves on the outside made here today, to be honest, but you're going to have to get to the inside, and maybe a bump and run possibly if needed, but I don't... It's going to be very hard to pass today, especially after a single file restart.
We'll see even if our leaders can go and get around lap traffic. This is something I think Sadler hasn't had much time to really get a hold of.
No, most of the time he's the one being lapped, so...
These are the first laps he's led all year, for reference.
Yeah, I'm not trying to dig at the guy by any means, but that is not a car that has seen a lot of success so far this season. And now leading at Bristol, of all places, ahead of Jeff Gordon and the Daytona 500 winner Ernie Irvin. Tall task in front of you.
Yeah, but even if you are set to be passed, I mean, just go ahead, lead a few laps, learn all that you can, and come away with a lot fuller notebook, even if you do get passed and lose a few spots. But right now, he's holding on pretty well. So we start to go through the back half of so we start to go further through the field. Got Ernie Irvin third still. Caution again!
Uh-oh.
We'll have to take a look. I saw a bit of damage on the 99 car.
99. What? What?
He raced on the inside of the
Michael Waltrip.
He slowed down.
What in the world?
And tried to merge back in. Got hit by Musgrave and turned by Musgrave. A little bit of damage from Keller and Park.
Well,
I don't know what happened with Ricky Rudd there.
Yeah, Rudd's in the pits now.
Along with a lot of
So
other
is
guys.
everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone back in the pits.
And it looks like they might still be doing that off-strategy maneuver.
Part of me is wondering if they can't pit on the first lap, but I don't know, to be honest.
That's my guess.
This is very strange. Strange activities here on the pit cycle.
we'll get things sorted out, and we'll be right back to you with coverage from Bristol Motor Speedway once again. Welcome back once again, everybody, to the NR2003 Draft Series at Bristol Motor Speedway. Elliott Sadler remains in the lead. Then it is the 6 car, Jeff Gordon up to 2nd, Ernie Irvin, 17, and the 10 of Bobby Hamilton, your top 5. As they run, ready to go back green once again. With a lot of lap cars on the inside, we'll see how Sadler handles them.
Well, Sadler's going to handle it well. Really well. Oh my goodness.
Goodbye, Elliott Sadler.
Caution! Caution on the speedway! Caution on the speedway!
44 Matt Kenseth.
Oh, that lasted long. Right after Elliott Sadler has the restart of his life.
Oh, man.
Stack up.
Big stack up. Bumped in the back by the 94. 37 of, I believe that was Benson. I don't know where to go.
Yeah, Johnny Benson.
Emick got held up, but no damage for the 44.
That was just a stack up and a half that caused that caution.
I think the one person right now who might be benefiting from all this is Dale Sr. He's up to 28th.
Yeah, he was 43rd when we last checked on him. Now he's into the top 30 after starting in 30th. So, still not good for the points leader by any means, considering Derek Hope is in 6th. But better than being in last.
A position currently held by the number 20 of Lake Speed.
Well, as quick as we return, as quick we go away. Third caution of the day from Bristol. The Food City 500 will be back right after this.
Welcome back once again to the NR2000 Draft Series at Bristol Motor Speedway. A phrase I'm getting quite familiar with as we're coming back from, once again, another caution.
Yeah, third caution of the day. Third caution of the day. We're on lap 43. Sadler, Gordon, Irvin, Burton, Hamilton, Hope, Gilliland, Wallace, Shepard, and Green the top 10. 132 laps to go for this restart. Still a long, long ways to go in this one.
They're chasing the green of the money. We're chasing the green flag laps. Hopefully we can get a few more as we come back to green. And Sadler did not get a good run this time. He's already passed by 2 lap cars, maybe 3.
Maybe more. Here comes Johnny, or no, that's Ricky Craven. I'm sorry, in the 73. I don't even know who the first car on the inside is going to be after all this.
None of them so far have been able to get their way down to the inside. And the Gordon! Gordon just tried!
Gordon got punted!
3 wide!
This is not going to end well.
Lapper on the inside, 2 lead cars on the in. Oh my gosh! And Mark Martin's going to get by them both.
And Gordon will take the lead. But for how long?
That's a 5, another lapper. So is the 46. The lapper should be clear of the leaders by now. And Bobby Hamilton is on his way.
Here comes the third place car, Hamilton. He's going to have a run. He's up to 2nd. Can he get to Gordon?
Gordon, terrible corner. Here he goes.
Hamilton to the lead. And now here comes Sadler trying to take back 2nd. Wait, look who's up here at 21.
Bobby Labonte.
We have not seen him all year. At least running up front.
That 21 car is currently 20th in points.
And title of another driver who's up here, Michael Waltrip. He's up to 6.
Good job for that number, Joe Gibbs Racing, 18 Pontiac.
Whoa, nearly wrecking the back, Rusty Wallace.
Rusty got knocked down to the inside, below the racing surface, slowed down a lot, trying to merge back safely, alongside the 24.
I don't like this.
He's holding up a lot of cars right now. The 28 and the 4.
On the racing surface. He does. We stay green somehow.
So we head back up towards the front.
I was worrying. Here comes Morgan Shepherd trying to get past Sterling Marlin for 7. Shepherd, who won one of the duels at Daytona earlier this season, now moves into 7th place here at Bristol.
Cope following right behind. Got around the 42 of Sterling Marlin. Is up front. Ernie Irvin still in 3rd. Gordon fell to 4th. Hamilton now about 0.8 of a second up on the 82 car.
Yeah, Hamilton's just running away right now. This is unbelievable. 0.8 of a second ahead of Elliott Sadler, the biggest lead we've seen all day. We are only on lap 55.
So we go through, the 10 car still has a lot of lap traffic to try to get through. Counting about 7-8 cars here. I don't know if he's in too big of a hurry, so long as he keeps the gap between him and the 82 of Elliott Sadler. Start to go further back, single file through a good chunk of the field. Lake Speed here in last place. He's the only car 1 lap down with all those lappers who were able to get by the 10.
Yeah, I mean, on that restart, Sadler just didn't get a good jump, unlike he did the last time, which I'm sure he is still very mad at Matt Kenseth because of that. Sadler had that run away, and now he is nearly a second back from the lead that is held by Bobby Hamilton.
As we see potential moves forming here, this is Randy LaJoy trying to hold off the number 24, David Green, Rusty Wallace, who was very slow earlier as he got down to the way too inside lane. Now trying to work on the 24, who slides up into the wall.
That was a big hit to the wall for the rookie. And now, we have a change in second. Ernie Irvin's up to 2nd place ahead of Elliott Sadler.
And Sadler's caught on the outside. He's going to lose a 3rd to the 6 car.
Will he lose another spot to Bobby Labonte?
We're here to see what it looks like from Sadler's perspective.
Looks like he'll stay ahead of the 21, but that Thunderbird is catching.
Nobody was taking about their speeds. They still go. They enter the corner about 100 miles an hour, 120 on the straightaways before they start braking. Back over Bobby Labonte now. Now, the one thing we haven't been able to see is how the tire falls off here. Tires are known for falling off pretty quickly here at Bristol. And we'll see what happens to them over a long run.
We haven't seen a very long run yet because we've had a caution every about. We had the first caution come out on lap 15, the second one on lap 40, then the third on lap 44. So we haven't really had a chance to get back going for a long run. We're on lap 65 of 175. We're coming up on 110 laps to go whenever Hamilton crosses the line. Still a long, long ways to go in this one.
Which I think is a good thing for some of these drivers. There's Dale Jr. and Sr. bumping their way past the 37 of Johnny Benson Jr.
I think Dale's starting to take some lessons from his father. Well, that move on the 37 at least.
It's working right now. They've worked their way up to 22nd and 23rd. Terry Labonte might try to join them, not that far back. Junior's closing in on a fellow rookie here, Matt Kenseth in the 44, who even after his spin is 21st.
Very impressive recovery for the 21, or for the driver in 21st, the 44, Matt Kenseth. He missed the 2500, if I'm not mistaken. Look, he's been quick whenever he has made races for the most part. He was struggling a bit earlier on, but now he's getting a bit of a groove going in that 44 car for Petty Penske. His teammate, Dale Sr., not far behind, and his other teammate, Dale Jarrett, we haven't really seen a lot of in this race.
Kenseth, of course, he was 43rd in owner's points right now. He's only made 3 races, did not qualify for the other 3. His best finish right now, 22nd, and we know that that car definitely has more potential than that. I think he just needs a little bit more luck to go his way.
Yeah, we can say that about a lot of drivers this year, especially that 48 that's right behind him, Dale Earnhardt Jr. He's been so quick this season. It's been unbelievable to see how quickly Junior's caught on to the Cup cars. He's just not had the luck. Like, you look back at North Carolina earlier this season, he was a top 5 car the whole race, got involved in an accident. Last week at Texas, he was leading the race during the pit cycle. Then he wrecked the 42 of Sterling Marlin, causing him to finish outside the top 10. So he's had the speed, he just needs the luck to go with it. And maybe a bit of cleaner driving as well.
Yeah, even with that, though, you know, we're talking about this, about his lack of luck. He's still 11th in points. He's only had 1 finish outside the top 20, that wreck at North Carolina.
Yeah, he's been quick. I'm not saying he's not. And I'm not saying he's been bad in his positioning in each race. He just needs to get a little bit luckier, be a little bit cleaner. Like I said, Texas is a race he really should have won in that 48 car. He just needs to be a little bit cleaner, a little bit luckier, and I would not be surprised if we see a 48 in victory line by the end of 1997.
I can agree with you on that one. I'm starting to believe the same, definitely. And I believe we've caught the back half of the field as well. Bobby Hamilton's starting to put people a lap down.
100 laps to go here at Bristol. Ernie Irvin's closed the gap down to 0.6 of a second, but now we've got lap traffic in front of the leaders. We've got the 6 of Jeff Gordon right behind the 7. Elliott Sadler falling back to 2.5 seconds almost behind the race leader. Derek Cope has moved into the top 5, ahead of the 21 of Bobby Labonte.
With this long run, we're going to start to see some of those drivers who can make their way through the traffic, which is, I think, really the key to getting around Bristol.
Yeah, I look again, look in 10th place at 38. Ted Musgrave was involved in that accident with Ricky Rudd, and now he's in the top 10. We haven't seen a lot out of the Kelly Yarborough cars this season, those being Ted Musgrave and Bill Elliott, but they've definitely shown they have pace, especially here today at Bristol, running in the top 10.
And speaking of pace, honorable shout out to the number 31, John Andretti. He's had trouble qualifying, but he has not had troubles getting good finishes. Every single finish has been a top 20. He's got 1 top 10. He just needs a few more owner's points, 1 or 2 more good finishes, and I think he'll be able to be a mainstay in the series and get a lot more of those good finishes that you know he's capable of.
Yep, most definitely. Running in 11th right now, he just needs to get past 1 car, and he's in the top 10 for his 2nd of the year. As we look at tire fall off, Andretti's fallen off about 0.4 of a second compared to his fastest lap. We're on about a 45 lap run here on these tires. So, starting to see a bit of fall off a bit quickly, I think.
Yeah, I think Sadler is one of the first drivers to start experiencing some of that fall off. He's an extra 10th off, and he's under fire from Derek Cope right now.
And Cope's looking on the outside of Elliott Sadler. Sadler playing smart, defending the bottom.
Cope going to see if he can maybe do a crossover move. Start out high, get down to the inside, or just hold the inside lane through the corner.
And now look at the gap between the 10 and the 7. 1.5 seconds now between first and second. As we can see the 82 starting to close in on the 6th now, because they have failed to get past any lap cars.
Bobby Hamilton has been moving through the field. His competitors, not so much.
this may be one of the few times that my prediction could end up being true for a race winner. But we are almost at halfway, so long way to go still in this race. 90 laps to go, coming up to 89. Hamilton, the leader, about to lap Wally Dallenbach into 95.
Currently in 37th right now. Just ahead of him, Kevin Harvick, 36th. We'll take a short break and we'll go and bring you the action. You won't miss anything here on the Draft Series Network. Welcome back to the Draft Series race here at Bristol Motor Speedway. We have passed halfway on lap number 92 of 175. Bobby Hamilton continues to lead by 1.8 seconds over the number 7 of Ernie Irvin. Jeff Gordon is in third, 2.2 seconds back. Fourth is Derek Cope, 2.6 seconds back. And fifth is the number 21 car of Bobby Labonte, about 3.3 seconds back.
Yo, it's only now hitting me the 21 and 82 are teammates. This is an amazing run for the Woodrubbers, running 5th and 6th right now.
Definitely, I mean, remember the 2-car operation, I believe that was that a later entry in the silly season?
Yeah, that was near the beginning of the draft. That was announced around in January that they'd be entering the 82 car this year. And, I mean, if we look in the points, the 82 hasn't really had a lot of speed. 40th in points right now, overall. He's only made 3 starts, 2 of them being top 20s, however. An 11th, a 14th, and a 42nd in his 3 race starts. Now he's running in 6th, and he has led laps. So that 82 has shown that he is a lot better than the results have shown so far.
Definitely, and I would even kind of consider him, like, obviously the championship's not going to be his main thing. I think his better comparison might be between some of those guys who have good finish, who can get good finishes, but are low in owners points. Guys like John Andretti and Wally Dallenbach. And I think comparison to those guys is probably going to be a better tell of what the 82, of how the 82 is doing.
Yeah, he's 9th in the rookie year standings right now. About, let's see, nearly 500 points behind David Green, about 470, I think it is. But still, like, you're ahead of drivers at Robert Yates Racing, you're ahead of drivers at Petty Penske. Like, you're definitely doing a lot better than a lot of other drivers who we thought would be doing good this year. Jason Keller, although, is ahead of him, so that is a bit surprising, I think, when you look at that.
Yeah, Keller's had the advantage, though, of making more races than him overall. Which, remember, the lowest you can get in a race is 34 points.
Yeah, Keller, if we look at Keller, his best finish is 27 over 5 races. Which is not a great showing, I don't think.
No, but you've got to remember also, it's one of the few single car operations left. They have almost 0 sponsorship and are basically just running the one car. They're going to enter him week in and week out. Just try to see what he can get out of it.
Yeah. And, you know, for a one-car operation, they're 38th in points right now. I mean, when you're surrounded by big teams, or at least teams with a lot of funding, you can't do a whole lot if you're in the position of Larry Lockamy and company. So, as long as you're making races, I think that's all they're worried about. Making races, getting to pay, getting to get paid, feeding the family back at home. That's what they're trying to do at that team, and I respect it. They've made 6 of the 7 races so far, including this one. So, you know what? Can't complain at all.
Running 33rd right now. I think just trying to hold on, because there did look to be a little bit of damage on the side of that car.
You know, I remember we were seeing in the praises of Elliott Sadler, he has just fallen outside the top 10. in the 82.
I apologize to the 82 team for jinxing them.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time we've done that.
No. Unfortunately, the commentator's curse is a real thing and can happen to anybody.
Yep. Trust me, we know from the previous iteration of this series.
Mm-hmm. Now, one thing I'm looking at that's going to be interesting, will they have to make another pit stop? I believe they made their last pit stops around lap 40.
Yeah, something around that. I don't remember what the fuel window looks like. So it is possible, but we also need to keep an eye on tire fall off. They're about at 1 second of fall off right now.
And it's around 2 seconds of fall off, I've noticed throughout the years, is when they go and start to pit. So we could potentially see it near the end of this race.
I think it would probably be around lap 150 they come in if they have to pit. That would be my assumption, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong in the past, and I'm not saying I'm always wrong, but I'm not saying I'm always right, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The one guy I think who doesn't want to pit because he's too busy enjoying it right now is Bobby Hamilton. Hasn't got around much other lap cars right now, but he doesn't need to. The gap between him and the 7 is still 1.6 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, it's honestly kind of surprising, like, how much Hamilton has run away with this one. Like, it was very close earlier on in the race, but now he's got ahead of lap traffic. There's been no issues for the 10 car, because no one else can get past lap cars. It's so hard to pass here. Speaking of hard to pass, here comes Hornaday trying to get a lap back on Hamilton. Maybe Hamilton's getting a bit complacent.
He's been the first lap guy we've seen to pass the leader in a while who wasn't in one of those restart fiascos. Because right behind them, we see the 7 coming to pit road.
Is this is this a scheduled stop?
Right now, he's the only one in.
It seems like it's scheduled.
Oh, the 28 got a little bit loose. We just saw that for a second on track. And now here comes everybody else.
Yeah, this is scheduled pit stops. 60 laps into the run, 70 laps into the run.
We might see another one before this race is over.
Could they pit around lap 170? Ted Musgrave is going to lead a lap.
Or it might just be a saddle up and hang on kind of thing. Just extend it to the end. Because everybody's trying to not get themselves crashed on pit road. 29 led a lap, Randy LaJoy.
But I remind everyone that this whole season so far has been defined by pit road failures.
Ernie Irvin, for instance?
You are kidding me.
Oh, I hear a crash!
I bring it up.
I think someone just went around.
No.
Yes, I did!
No!
Jeff Burton went around! Oh! The 48 into the wall, the 73! And
oh my gosh!
They forgot how to drive! They forgot how to drive!
You are kidding me! You are kidding me! I quit! Once again! For like the 5th time this year! During pit cycles, the caution has come out! Why did I say anything?
We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen, with the replays and the restart. This is the Draft Series Network at Bristol Motor Speedway. Hello everybody, welcome back to the NR2003 Draft Series race at Bristol Motor Speedway, where we've got a small amount of replays to go and show you. First one, how Ernie Irvin ended up on pit road. He tried to come out, was turned by the 33 into the wall. 33 was not able to make his pit stop. 7 did cross over the commitment line and just had trouble trying to get his way around pit road.
Yeah, I think that contact with the 33. I think the 33 might be the reason they wrecked over in 3 and 4, but we'd have to double check that. Because not long after we noticed this, we did hear of a crash over in 3. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's Craven, who was listed as a leader.
Oh, and then
Bobby Labonte. Last week's winner, Jeff Burton, gets into it.
Saw the 2 Dale Jarrett get involved as well. And then Craven misses pit road, hits the 48, the 30, the 14, 36, track blocker, 98, 10. Everybody else just stacks up.
Like, there's nothing most of these guys can do at this point. Like, this is unbelievable.
It just went into abrupt chaos there for a second, and we have a lot of cars currently stacked up from that. And it took a hot minute. I saw Lake Speed on pit road, still stuck there.
So, let's get this straight here. The 73 causes the caution by wrecking himself off the 21, sends the 48 into the pit wall, and then takes the lead because of it.
Is that called fumbling your way through everything?
I'm not one to make accusations here, but you know, I think something a bit silly goofy's happening here with the 73 team.
Well, he might get a conversation or two from a couple of drivers, because look what he's done. He's on... Look where he is. He's near the tail end of the field right now.
Oh, he's fallen. Oh no, he's gone now. For the most part, at least. He's down to 4th. Bobby Hamilton. Yeah, wait, Dale Jr. is still in this race after hitting the pit wall.
A lot of cars are missing their rear ends, I've noticed.
I think this race has officially given up on being normal. We might be getting lights out this time, which is horrifying. Okay, thank God we don't.
I still see a couple of cars who were stuck on pit road. The 7 of Ernie Irvin was there, so was the 20. I don't know if the 20 was able to come back out. Take a look here.
This is on the complete and utter anarchy.
The 20 is back out. Let's check on the 7, Ernie Irvin. Yep, he's just coming off, about 4 laps down right now. In last.
Let's take a look at your top 10. Let's take a look at the top 10 before we restart this one. If we even can figure out who the top 10 is. Because, to be frank, I have no idea where anyone is. Your top 10, according to the tickers, the lights are out on the pace car. Bobby Hamilton is the leader. Then it's Jeff Gordon, Morgan Shepherd, Ricky Craven, Derek Cope, Butch Gilliland, Ted Musgrave, John Andretti, Sterling Marlin, and Randy LaJoy, the top 10. Very few times am I genuinely confused at a restart, and here we are.
And the entire field, like, the first half of the field is going to be double file. Oh boy.
This cannot end well. Here we go. 55 laps to go.
Oh, there's a big stack up in the back.
Oh my goodness.
What in the world is happening back here? Oh no, the Ken Schrader turns himself.
Of course he does.
The car, but we stay green.
We stay green?
Yes, somehow.
Uh-oh. We're not going to be green much longer. What the hell?
Oh boy.
This is...
Oh, there's Craven. Getting way loose. Uh-oh, Derek Cope. Got into the 9. Got into the 38. Into the wall. Into the 16. There's the caution.
Into the 16. Oh my God.
Butch Gilliland went around. That was a chain reaction waiting to happen.
They lasted longer than I thought they would. A lot of cars are going to get last back, and look who's in second!
Randy LaJoy!
The two-time Busch Series champion is in second.
As the back half of the field is still attempting to sort itself out.
We're going to go to break. We're on 50 laps to go at Bristol, the Food City 500. The fifth caution of the race. The leader, Bobby Hamilton. Second, Randy LaJoie. We'll get everything updated when we return here at Bristol.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the NR2003 Draft Series, Bristol Motor Speedway. We joined you again, ready to go green again. 36 cars on the lead lap. League speed 2 laps down. The 7-car Ernie Irvin 4 laps down. Everybody else still on the lead lap. Your leader, Bobby Hamilton. Then it's Randy LaJoie, the 6th Jeff Gordon, Ted Musgrave, Morgan Shepherd, your top 5. You ready for another round,
We could very
Darien?
well see. No, not really.
Yeah, me neither. Here we go again. Hamilton stuck on the outside again, not able to get a good jump. Gonna have a lap car or two go by him. And the leaders get really stretched out here.
Oh, Gordon's going to be on the inside. That could be huge for him. He's going to go for second already.
Looks like he's gonna get it. Might be able to go for the lead. Out of turn 4.
Oh, Hamilton! Hamilton defending! They can't hold on for long. Still side by side, and Gordon takes the lead.
Hamilton falls back to second right now, but he gets down to the inside ahead of the lappers. LaJoie caught behind those same lappers, the 14 and the 7. Gordon trying to do a little bit of a breakaway.
How possible even is that? The only one driver we've seen be able to do a breakaway has been the number 10. As we see the 82 Elliott Sadler moving back through the field. He's up to 4th, now right behind Randy LaJoie the 3rd. But here comes John Andretti with a big run, but fails to capitalize on it.
Oh, he might. Coming down the straightaway on the inside of the 82. He's got the preferred lane, and around the 82 he goes. Johnny Andretti up to 4th. And that run is
Ricky
in
Rudd was
6th.
involved. Yeah, he was involved in an accident earlier today, and now running up in the top 10, looking for a top 5.
Fates can change pretty quickly at Bristol. Not through the race pace, but through everything else, it seems. So we go back up to the front. Gap now half a second. Hamilton trying to catch that 6 car, who is not able to pass the lap traffic yet. Bill Elliott, Jason Keller, Harry Gant, the first 3.
Under 40 laps to go here at Bristol. The driver who's been dominant, Bobby Hamilton in second place behind Jeff Gordon. These two drivers have led the most laps here today, I believe. I could be wrong on that. But
I think you're right on
they're
that.
fighting for a win here.
Oh, 16 of Butch Gilliland went a little bit wide.
Here comes the 11 of Skinner, but 94 of Schrader.
And Dale Jarrett looking in the top 10 right now. Ron Hornaday, remember, he was one of the first guys lapped at the beginning of this race, up in 11th.
Now that is surprising. After everything that's happened, in the entire race, 141 laps in, and somehow Ron Hornaday Jr. has recovered to be on the brink of a top 10.
At some point, I will just stop questioning it and just appreciate it.
Sometimes it's all you can do.
Yeah. You see Senior still stuck in 22nd. Scott might have an opportunity here. He's going to nudge Terry Labonte.
Oh, not the last time that'll happen in their life, I don't think. Not the first time either.
I don't know, maybe he just wanted to rattle his cage a little bit. Although for now, it's for 22nd, not able to complete the pass. Remy Sadler gonna try to get. It's not even a lead lap guy. As Senior got to the inside of Terry Labonte, car got a little bit squiggly off the corner, but he got around him.
We may have a battle for the lead coming up. 0.3 of a second, Hamilton.
And Junior has fallen to 41st after hitting the inside wall. Quick update on him.
Yeah, of course.
On board here, we've only lost 0.3 of a second in terms of tire fall off, it looks like. So I don't think we will be pitting again.
I would be extremely surprised if they pit again.
If anybody does pit, that's just signing away whatever good position they might have.
Especially with how much time you lose under green flag pit stops here, it's just not worth it.
Gordon, who we're watching, from the point of view of Bobby Hamilton, still not able to get around the 98 car, who's missing a hood.
That is very worrying if Gordon can't get past the guy to hold this one here.
Let's look at his lap time. Bill Elliott running 15:55 across the line this time. 17:58, sorry. And then behind him, Gordon ran at 17:55.
I don't think... one of these three men are not long for this world, I don't think.
Uh-oh. We're reporting issues on somebody. Engine failure on the 42.
Oh, we need to go find him.
He got the pit road.
Oh, got it back. So no caution. But Sterling Marlin, I believe the first DNF of the day here at Bristol.
And that's unfortunate for the number 42 car.
Gordon goes a bit high in 1 and 2, trying to get a bit of a run of a 98, but he just can't get anything going right now.
No, some of these cars should be a lot, even if they're a lot slower, just can't get by them. The only guy who looks to be making any sort of progress is John Andretti, who's up to 3rd.
He still needs to get past the 20 if he wants to have a chance at the leaders, and the 14 as well.
He did not run a good lap that time.
I feel like this one's going to be between the 6 and the 10, which Gordon would be the first driver to get multiple race wins this year should he pull through.
Bobby Hamilton, on the other hand, looking for try to get the points lead over the 43 and the 3. He is about he's 148 points back from Earnhardt, 16 behind Cope.
I don't think he'll get it from Earnhardt. Earnhardt has a massive lead, and he is running in the top 20. But still. Also, clutch issue reported on the 42. That is why they are out of the race.
And the 43
We're under 20 laps to go here at Bristol.
The 43 is running 20th, and 3 is running 16th. So, yeah, Hamilton might be able to get to 2nd. Don't know about the lead, though. As they're catching more lappers.
Means they're really catching if you're not passing them.
Yeah, Yeah, I think what Gordon is hoping is that it slows up the 98 car, which allows him to finally get around him. Put some more distance between him and the 10, who is getting ever so slightly closer. And look at that! No, he's already on the inside!
Here comes Hamilton for the race lead. Lap 160, coming to 15 laps to go. We have a new leader, and it's Bobby Hamilton.
Gordon falls to second, gets right back in line. Does he have enough pace to try to go? Make a counterattack?
I don't think so. That 10 has just been so much quicker.
We'll see as they cross the line this time. 1772, 1782. Whole 10th fast, 10th slower than that 10 car.
How much more does Jeff Gordon have? Does anyone have anything left from a 10 of Bobby Hamilton? Looking for his first win of the year.
You predicted the 10 would win, right?
Yes, I did. At the top of the show, I did say I thought the 10 car would win this race.
Well, considering he's the first guy in about 20-30 laps to get around the 98 car, you might just be right.
Yeah, and considering Gordon can't get past him, this one could very well be over.
With about 10 to go, this time by, for the number 10 car. His worst finish of the year so far is 30th. His best finish was 2nd at Daytona. Now about to try to get that coveted number 1 spot. They're catching the number 48, who he goes by easily. Tries to put up a little bit of a fight, but without the back end of the car, what are you going to do? Meanwhile...
Yeah, not much you can really do at that point.
Yeah, Johnny Andretti, on the other hand, he's still in 3rd, but he's not been able to get by the 20, so he might not be able to even go for 2nd unless he can start making moves right here and right now.
This would be a 2nd career win for Bobby Hamilton. He got his first last year when he was driving the Petty 43, won at Phoenix in the penultimate race of the season. But can he get a 2nd career win this time with Ricky Rudd's team? I'm sorry.
Look at that gap. It's at 1.1 seconds already. Wow.
Yeah, this one's over, I think. Unless there's an issue on the 10 car, I think he's got this one locked up.
The 99 in 5th. Got a little bit loose, trying to get around that 20 car. Trying to get to his inside, just get around him. 6th, Elliott Sadler, Skinner, Jarrett, Butch Gilliland, Ken Schrader, who has gone around at least once today, but still manages. If you can get a top 10, I'd say that's a pretty good recovery.
Job well done, I'd say. 4 laps to go here at Bristol. 1.5 seconds a gap between Hamilton and Gordon. 3 lap cars in between him, and now about to lap Bobby Labonte. Labonte had such a great race going earlier, but that accident with Ricky Craven really sends everything downhill from there. It's unfortunate, but his teammate is still set for a top 10, Elliott Sadler in the 82. So round 3 and 4 coming up to 2 laps to go.
Once again, shout out to that 31 of Johnny Andretti in the Chevy Corvette. Doing pretty good for himself in 3rd. Looking for a podium. But we're focused right now on Bobby Hamilton, who's coming to the white flag this time by.
An absolutely amazing day for the number 10 Tide Ride. Bobby Hamilton, who qualified up near the front, 3rd in points coming into the day. This time, through 3 and 4, he'll leave as a winner. Bobby Hamilton wins the Food City 500 at Bristol. second career win for car number 10, Bobby Hamilton. And this is huge for the points.
This is going to be really fun to go and update once we get out of here. Great job, though, for that number 10. I cannot state that enough. Held on against all of this chaos, everything happening. It was a battle between him and the 6, and Hamilton prevails, but Gordon finishes second for his troubles. John Andretti moves up to third after definitely a very up and down day. He just kept pushing, got his way through the field, ends up with a podium. Randy LaJoie finishes fourth. Ricky Rudd finishes fifth with a damaged car. Elliott Sadler holds on to sixth. Mike Skinner gets seventh. Dale Jarrett gets eighth. Ken Schrader gets ninth, even with getting turned around in the middle of the race. And Ron Hornaday Jr. gets 10th, who was one of the first cars one lap down. Fortunes have changed so much through some cautions, pit stops, all that fun chaos, which makes Bristol, Bristol. And looking ahead for the next few... Oh, sorry.
Yeah, next time out, I was actually about to bring that up myself. Next time out, we go to Martinsville, the paperclip, one of the shortest tracks on the calendar. Actually shorter than, or no, it's a bit longer. I think. I can't exactly remember right now. It's either a bit shorter or a bit longer. I can't remember. But very slow lap times compared to Bristol. That 22 seconds compared to Bristol's 17. After that, we go to Sears Point, the first road course of the year over in California. And then after that, we go back to the plates, Talladega Superspeedway, the last race before the All-Star race. That's our next set of races, Michael. What a race it was today, and what a few races we'll see in the future.
And through it all, through every single fiasco that comes around, once again, Bobby Hamilton is the guy who gets the win. Congratulations to him for Darien Arnsdorff and Michael Paz. This is the Draft Series Network from Bristol Motor Speedway. Thanks again, everyone, for watching. We'll see you next time.